It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I've not had a day of beer in probably 18 months, maybe even 2 years. So I'm really excited today to show you this Deya Pale Ale, 5.5% ABV, called You Are Now Interacting As Yourself. Maybe I am. Maybe I really am. Maybe I really am doing a YouTube video. Heady, juicy pale ale brewed in our house style. Brilliant brewery. Based in the lovely, let's have a look, Gloucester Road, Cheltenham. Based in Cheltenham. Without further ado, let's get this can out into a glass and see what we get. I went to Deya. It's February. I went to Deya, I think it was 3 years ago. It was either 3 or 2 years ago. Wonderful, wonderful brewery. Do you know what they pride themselves on? Giving you top quality beer, but a very reasonable price. They're not looking to pull your pants down in terms of making massive profits. And I like that about the brewery. When I was there a couple of years ago, I'm going to say a couple, it might have been 3, I can't remember. I met a load of beer tubers up there. Had to be helped onto the train on the way home by Harry Meadows. Thanks, Harry, if he's watching this. He helped me on the train. I had a bit too much to drink. But the beers were like, they were like £2.50 for a half. £3.54 for a pint. Some of them, if you wanted like a double IPA, they might have been £5 or £6, but it was all reasonably priced. It really was. You were drinking top, and I mean probably the best beer that I've ever had fresh from a brewery in my life for a lot cheaper than I've had if I went to London and bought beer from a brewery in London. Of course, it's Cheltenham. It's slightly different to London in terms of price-wise. But they have such a reputation now that if they wanted to, they could probably charge a little bit more. In terms of price, talking about price, this can was £5.35 for this can of pale ale. Picked it up in my local bottle shop. Yes, I went to the bottle shop the other day. I got shunted from the rear as well. And that sounds terrible. I stopped at a roundabout in the car. I was taking my daughter and my wife. My daughter had a dentist appointment at the hospital in Cardiff. And we stopped off at this roundabout. I looked right to see if there was a car coming. And all of a sudden, bang, this car hit us from the rear. And we were right by the hospital, so we drove to the hospital car park, had a look at the car. My car was fine, her car was fine. She was terribly sorry, and she was almost in tears, the poor. She was only a youngster as well. And I went, man, don't worry about it, don't worry. My back's hurting now, man, I gotta be honest, my back's a bit sore, but I went, don't worry about it, just go on, make your way, get going, enjoy your life type of thing. I'm not one to, I'm just not one to if there's no damage, if there's no skin off my nose, I'm not going to cause anybody any problems, So I was like, get on your way, go on, enjoy it. Don't even think about it. My daughter's fine, my wife's fine. We're all okay. Everybody's fine. Cars are okay. On your way. Let's just get on with life. So whilst my wife went to the hospital with my daughter, I took the chance to drive round the corner to my local bottle shop. Cracking bottle shop. It's like a general kind of mini supermarket, mini hypermarket type thing where you can buy crisps and milk and bread and cheese. And then they got this fantastic beer wall where you can buy wonderful stuff like this. Anyway, I wanted to tell you that story because it was quite an eventful thing to happen to me. Not much happens to me in my life. Hazy straw-coloured beer, 1 to 2 finger white head. Let's get the aroma. It smells good. Smells really good. Grapefruit, orange peel, lemon, passion fruit, mango. It's not a massive, massive aroma. I'm really having to stick my nose into it to get the aroma, but I imagine all of the flavour is really locked into the beer itself. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Interesting. I think this is really fresh. This is a really fresh one. I'm getting a little touch of hop burn on this one. Where the hops are, it's such a fresh can of beer, there's a little bit of hop burn in the throat. I've not had this flavour for a long time. Now, it's a great tasting beer. It's soft, it's juicy, it's lovely, it's tasty. I've got an itchy ear. It's so fresh that I feel this can needs probably 2 weeks. 2 weeks to sit somewhere cool and just let the hops die down a little bit. I drank a beer from Sweden once, and the brewer said he sent me a little letter when he sent me the beers. Said this beer is super, super fresh, incredibly fresh, enjoy it. And it was that fresh. It had that kind of slightly weird, almost rubber tyre flavour to it. And I've not had it for such a long time. I've not had that kind of rubber tyre taste for 8 years, at least 8 years. But for whatever reason, I'm getting it in this beer. A slight burning rubber taste. And that can only be put down to the fact that the hops are just so fresh. Mango, passion fruit, orange peel, grapefruit, fleshy blood orange, all of those lovely flavours coming through. Slow moving carbonation, super soft beer. I think they are one of these companies that completely understand that they need to treat their water. If you treat your water, if you make your water super soft, and you can have a super soft pale ale, which is exactly what they want. But not the greatest. Not the greatest beer that I've had from Deya. If you ask me, and I still drink because I have a bar called Craft Republic. If anybody from Deya is watching, they'll know of this bar called Craft Republic in Barry in South Wales, where they have an exclusive deal with Deya, where they have this beer on all of the time. So whenever I go to whenever I go to Craft Republic, I drink Deya's Steady Rolling Man because it is absolutely superb. It's a top class beer. I would still choose Steady Rolling Man over this pale ale. It just needs tweaking. It needs tweaking a little bit. It needs something. It's like there's a little bit of, it's a little bit lackluster, this beer. For Deya's standards. I mean, if Witchwood or if Marston's brewed that beer, I'd be jumping from the ceiling. You know, wow, they finally know how to brew beer. But for Deya's standards, it's not brilliant. It's good. It's very, very good, but it's not great. I'm going to rate this, and I'm going to rate it as I'm going to give this a 7. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!